We all know the topic, manifesting visions into reality. Now, firstly, before we talk about manifesting, we need to talk about visions. What is it that I am visualizing? So there are two things. One is what I see with my physical eyes, the world, people, possessions, all of that. The history, the geography of the world, the news, the latest gossip, my friends, my family, my environment. These are all the things that we see with these physical eyes. And often, what can happen is that what we see with our physical eyes can create waste thoughts within us. When I see somebody wasting something, then my thoughts start racing. Why are they being so wasteful? Why are they throwing it away? It's still useful. It's still good. They can give it to charity. So, what I'm seeing with my physical eyes has the power to create waste thoughts within me. Another thing that I see, something else that happens, which when I see something with my physical eyes, is it can create sorrow within me. For example, if somebody is not well, you go to visit a family member, a friend, or just generally when you read the news about somebody who's not well, who's suffering, then that can create sorrow in us. What I'm seeing with these physical eyes creates sorrow. The third thing is that what I see with these physical eyes can also be useless. It has no use. It is not helpful. So now that is seeing something with my physical eye. The other thing is, the second aspect is that I am seeing something with my mind's eye. And the mind's eye is very, very powerful. The mind's eye is able to see things either vague, blurry, or in high definition, very, very clearly. Mind's eye can do both. For these physical eyes, you might need glasses, but the mind's eye, you don't need glasses. The mind's eye can work even whilst these physical eyes are closed. Means, whilst I'm sleeping, physical eyes are closed, but the mind's eye is seeing so much. So, which one is more powerful? Where are the visions happening? A lot happens when we see things through our mind's eye. Now, today's topic, manifesting visions into reality. The founder of this organization, many of you will know, Brahma Baba. How did this organization begin? It began with a series of 3 visions. First vision, and this wasn't a vision that was in the mind's eye. It was a vision that he saw in front of him. The first vision was a beautiful world, a world in which there's harmony, prosperity, peace, everything, abundance, respect, everything. And he enjoyed that vision. He liked that vision a great deal. But immediately after that first vision, there was a second vision. And that second vision was mass destruction. So the complete opposite, two extremes, a beautiful world, a golden aged world. And now, second vision was a world in which there is destruction taking place. And he saw very clearly in the second vision, very clearly, destruction was happening with three different methods. One, nuclear warfare. Second, civil war. Third, natural calamities. Natural calamities are where you can't blame a person. You can't accuse that because of you this has happened. Volcano, earthquakes, drought, floods, fires. No person is involved. It's nature. And nature is reacting. So that was his second vision. Now, the third vision. The third vision helped him to make sense of the first two visions. What was the third vision? The third vision was light, a supreme, powerful light. A light not like the lights that we have in this physical world. A light which had the ability to empower the being, the soul. A light which did not have an on-off switch. A light which is continuous, permanent. And that light spoke. The sound that came from that light was, I am the blissful one. I am the knowledgeful one. So now this light starts to work in his life. And this light explains about the first two visions. That you have to make this first vision a reality. The vision of the golden age, you have to make it happen in reality. You have to bring about this golden age. You are the first one to start this, and it has to spread. It has to be shared with many. You have to bring others and who will help you make this vision into a reality. So today's topic, manifesting visions into reality. Within this whole area, I firstly need ethics. Otherwise, what will happen? If I could, if I mastered this, manifesting visions into reality, then I could manifest everything. I can manifest gold, I can manifest money, I can manifest abundance, I can manifest anything. But it doesn't work like that. There are certain laws surrounding this whole process of manifestation. Another word for manifestation can also be called the law of attraction. Another word can also be wishful thinking. Manifestation is what? It's wishful thinking, isn't it? But let's first of all look at this whole aspect of ethics within what it is that I want to manifest. The ethics that are needed here are, for the manifestation to work, the ethics needed are, I am always learning. Excuse me. Excuse me. To have this attitude of learning, to be in this mode of learning. And when I have this attitude of learning, this is actually the only way to move forward. Because if I don't have this attitude of learning and I have the opposite being, I know it all. mm, Once I have this thought, I know it all, then that brings in ego. It's ego that's saying, I know it all. It's ego that's saying, who are you to teach me? It's ego that's saying, I don't need to learn from you. I don't think you're good enough to teach me. But in order to manifest something, I need to learn from everything, from people, from situations, from even animals. We can learn from animals, even. We can learn from the environment also. And so, this is one of the ethics that is necessary to learn. Now, the second thing is, where does manifestation start? Where does it begin? Where am I manifesting what it is that I want to become a reality? That's here. And by here, I mean it starts within our thoughts. Our thoughts are created in the mind. We actually rehearse the reality. The reality that I want to see, I need to rehearse it within my mind first. So, for example, if I don't get on with somebody, what reality do I want to manifest? And how am I going to do it? Am I going to keep saying, oh, I can't get on with that person? That person drives me mad. I just don't know why. What's wrong with me? I can't work with them. They're so difficult. If these are the kind of thoughts having, then this is what I'm having. What's going to happen will reflect that. My thoughts, where the manifestation is happening, reflect in my outer world. So now it's not that I change the person. It's not that I change my place. I can't change the person. Okay, understood. But that doesn't mean I change my where I'm staying. I don't go away from that person. Can't cope, run away. No. I change my manifestation. I can either use somebody else's eyes. I can borrow somebody else's eyes. I can borrow somebody else's way of thinking. I can ask somebody who gets on with them that how come you get on with them? Please tell me. Please tell me how you manage. Please tell me how come you don't react, you don't have waste thoughts. Hmm? So we can borrow from others and they will tell you. It's not that they won't tell you. If you see that they're very good at getting on with another person that you're not able to get on with, borrow their attitude, borrow their mindset, borrow their eyes, and see what they see. It's a very easy method. But then, supposing so many people don't get on with that same individual, then I have to manifest something within my own mind myself. I have to create a new reality. And so, what kind of thoughts will I manifest? That person is difficult. I can't stand them. I don't like being with them. They, they're, they're always complaining. They're never content. They're always repeating themselves. It's so boring. These kind of thoughts will not help me. So, what kind of thoughts will I create within myself? The negative thoughts or the difficult thoughts actually are impacting four areas of my life. The impact is felt in four areas. My mood, thinking about that person, being with that person spoils my mood. Seeing that person spoils my mood. And then whatever thoughts I have has an impact on the body. And whatever's happening to me within the mind, within my physical body, it's reaching out there. It's reaching the atmosphere. Others are able to pick it up. I might try to hide it, but it's not happening. Others can pick up. And also, it's affecting the relationship. So I need to manifest a new reality. The new reality will be they are a peaceful soul. I am a peaceful soul anyway. That is my reality. Mm. But now my thoughts for the other, my thoughts for any relationship, any connection I have, doesn't matter how deep or how just fleeting it might be, they are a peaceful soul. They are a child of God. This is the highest vision I have of others. If I've started to work on myself, that I am a pure and peaceful soul, I am a child of God, then immediately, automatically, organically, what should follow is they are also a peaceful soul. They are also a child of God. It follows on. The seed is sown. I am a peaceful soul. I am a child of God. That seed is sown. So now from that seed, a tree will emerge, a plant will emerge. The quality of the tree is same as the quality of the seed. It's not that the tree is a good quality and the seed is a low quality. No. It begins with the seed. So everything I'm doing begins with my thoughts. Whatever is happening, whatever we see in the world, we all know that everything begins in the minds of men. Any invention, like for example, the iPad or mobile phone or anything, aeroplanes, television, you name it, where did it all begin? What did we learn in history? Or what do we learn? We learned that so and so invented whatever, the telephone or television or aeroplanes, whatever it was invented by a person. Means it started in their mind. And they brought to us this reality that we have in our life now, all the facilities that we have. So now, what reality do I want to create for myself? If I don't have sufficient money and I want to create wealth, I want to create abundance, I want to manifest abundance, then what kind of thoughts will I have? What will be the quality of my thinking? It's not, I wish, I want. That is not the way to manifest. I wish I was, I wish I was rich. I wish I was rich as so and so. I wish I could buy whatever I want. That is not the method. That is actually a form of begging. That is a form of saying, I don't have. The attitude that's there, or what's behind saying, I wish or I want, is I currently don't have. So that's the message I'm sending out. I don't have. I am empty, I'm hungry, I'm wanting, I'm a beggar. Whatever is my state of mind, that is what I attract. If my state of mind is one of abundance, my state of mind is I am healthy, then this is what I attract. Like I said earlier, manifesting is also called the law of attraction. And so I have to be the embodiment. I visualize what I am, not what I want. This is where people often go wrong. We're manifesting what we want. No, I am that. And this is what Raj Yoga meditation teaches us on a very deep level. We have to be careful of the words I use after the words I am. I am. What's going to be my next word? Because whatever an individual thinks or feels, that becomes their reality. Whatever an individual thinks or feels, that becomes our reality. So if I'm thinking, I'm not well, my health is not good, it's getting worse, I can't do as much as I used to, that will become my reality. So what do I do instead? Because what's happened, our thinking has actually become quite pessimistic. We're always thinking the worst. Negative thinking is what? When I think the worst. So, what should I think instead? Because what I'm seeing is my health might not be so good. But the thoughts I create within myself is I am in the best of health. I can do so much. I am getting better and better. The thought quality has to go from middling to very high. Very, very high. Not even ordinary. Oh, okay, I'll get better. Not I'll get better. I am better. I am the best. This is, this is going to improve. So what happens? On one side, we say at Brahma Kumaris, we offer a course called positive thinking. But what we actually need to do is it's not just positive thinking, but within our thinking, there needs to be continuous, constant positivity. My attitude is one of positivity. It's not that I have a negative thought, then I put it right. See, if I'm doing like that, then this is called a battle. This is a struggle. I have a negative thought. Okay, I need to change it quickly. Otherwise, it has an impact. Otherwise, what I'm learning isn't working. Start with the positive thought. Don't start with a negative thought and think, I have to make it positive. Begin the day with positivity. Begin the day with having beautiful, empowering thoughts about yourself. And it's not selfish to have thoughts about the self. It's actually necessary. So, on one side, I've said that an important aspect of manifestation is ethics. What are my ethics when I'm manifesting? The ethics that I mentioned is always to have this attitude, to be in this mode of learning. Second requirement of manifestation is focus. Focus doesn't mean I'm repeating the same thought again and again and again and again. Focus doesn't mean I'm having a quantity of thoughts. They might be positive, but quantity isn't necessary. Like many times, many times, when we teach meditation here, then the thought that we actually teach, the first thought, then you planted that seed, it will grow. It will grow organically. So the first thought that we teach, the seed that we give is, I am a peaceful soul. But the secret, the technique is not to say it fast. Manifestation has got nothing to do with quantity of thoughts. We are looking for quality. And within quality, when we meditate, we slow down our thoughts. When I'm active, when I'm on the field of action, when I'm actually doing something, then I need to think on my feet. I need to be fast with my thinking, otherwise, I'll get left behind. If my thoughts are slow at work or whilst I'm driving or whatever, then an accident can happen, or my boss will say, hurry up, you need to speed up. But when we meditate, then the secret is slow down your. Then you're able to visualize, you're able to manifest the reality that you want. And like I said earlier, it's not I want, I am. I am pure. I am healthy. I am peaceful. I am successful. You are visualizing your higher self. Often I hear people asking me that is there such a thing as the higher self? Yes, but I have to manifest it. Yes, it is there, but very few know how to manifest their higher self. And it's not difficult. If I say it's difficult, forget it. Because when I'm saying something is difficult, that is the reality that I am manifesting. So focus doesn't mean quantity. Focus means that I have the thought once or twice or occasionally, but I am not obsessed with that thought. Focus is one thing, obsession is another. If I become obsessed with that thought and that thought doesn't bring the outcome that I desire, then I become put off. I lose my self-esteem. I lose my self-confidence. I'll become negative again. I'll think, well, doesn't work for me. Those people are just talking, they're just talking rubbish. So one is focus. And then you focus on the thought lovingly. Slow is one thing, but within that slow, there is also love. Love is not a commodity that I give to others and you give to me. Many people treat love as a commodity. No. Love is actually a very high energy. And that high energy has the ability to purify. The purpose of love is to purify. So, I am a peaceful soul. That is the thought. You're saying it slowly. Within that, what you're also infusing is a sense of love. love for the self. It's not that I'm saying I'm a peaceful soul, but there's no love for the self. Then it's very dry. It's very ordinary. That thought has to become elevated. You have to infuse that thought with love, that energy of love. So now, within manifestation, focus, and then another secret is surrender. Don't become obsessed with the thought. It shouldn't be going around in your head 24/7. Like most people, what they want to manifest is actually wealth. They want to manifest wealth. I, the being, I have the power to radiate. We all human beings, we radiate a certain energy. Everyone's energy, everyone's aura is different. Now, whilst I'm radiating, at the same time, I am catching other people's energy. If I'm catching negativity and I let it interfere in my manifestation, it will spoil it. It's like I catch other people's negativity. Supposing I catch that so and so is jealous of me, or so and so hates me, or so and so doesn't like what I'm doing. I'm catching that energy, I'm picking it up, eh, and it's become like a drop of poison in my inner work. So I also, even though I'm radiating, I also need a fortress around me. I am giving, but I have to protect myself at the same time. Everyone's energy is different. And I mustn't allow myself to be open to other people's energy because not everyone's energy is clean. I can't even trust my own energy, that my own energy can change at any moment. I'm having a good day, somebody comes in front of me, insults me, my energy might change. So I have to be careful. If I want to bring forth the desired outcome, then within my manifestation, I have to be careful. Surrender. What am I going to surrender? Who am I going to surrender my thought to? I don't want to become obsessed, but I need to surrender it to something. I needed to surrender it to the universe. But there is a higher power who I can surrender it to. One is my higher self. Okay? So I am peace, I am love. That is my higher self. Now, who do I surrender that higher self to? I surrender that higher self to a supreme power. Why is that necessary? Why? Because, okay, I'm a soul, peaceful soul, loving soul, you name it, I'm the higher self. I need to maintain that. I need to sustain that. And it won't be easy because this world is full of negativity. It won't be easy because my energy is getting depleted. So it's like your mobile phone. You might have the best phone in the world. Your phone might be 2,000 pounds. But without a charger, it is useless. You can have every app available. Without a charger, it is useless. Somebody gave me a charger today, and I thought, oh wow, excellent, because I needed a charger. and thought, great. I put my phone to charge. I came back after 2 hours. It hadn't charged. It had not charged. Why? Because I hadn't tucked it in properly. So then I had to leave it again. So I I know my best self. I know my higher self. But I need a charger so I can sustain that higher self. Like we talk about the environment these days. What do we say about the environment? When it comes to the word environment, we always also use the word sustainable, sustainable energy. So now when it comes to the self, I need sustainable support. I need sustainable strength. I need sustainable power, energy. I don't have it of my own accord. I don't have it of my own accord. I have to get it from somewhere. I have to get it from a reliable source. And that reliable source, you can call it whatever you want to. You can call it the divine, you can call it the supreme, call it God, call it the light, call it whatever you want to. But that vision has to be very clear within the mind's eye. Not am I just going to call it a name. I also need to form a relationship with that supreme power. A relationship means that there is give and take. It's not just I am taking, taking, taking. I am also giving. I am giving my breath, my thoughts, my energy, all of these things. I am having thoughts about that energy. When I'm having thoughts about that supreme power, then I'm able to take power. If I'm not thinking about it, how can I take from it? And it's no longer an it's a relationship. I talk to that supreme power, that supreme energy. I am creating a thought. The thought creates the feeling. Then the feeling creates the emotion. Now you're going to say, what's the difference between feelings and emotion? Feelings are very, very deep. Feelings are deep. Feelings are invisible, the emotion is visible. For example, hurt is invisible. The feeling is of hurt. Supposing somebody said something, you feel hurt. You hide that hurt. You don't want them to see it. But you don't mind showing them anger. That is your defense. You want to, the emotion is the anger that you show. The word emotion means energy in motion. It's the emotion which is visible. So I also want to talk about, I won't use the word depression because I feel that's a very strong word. It's a very strong word. But let's use the word feelings of hopelessness when I feel down. So when there's feelings of hopelessness, I have to ask myself, how did I get to this state? How did I reach such a negative state? That's one thought. Then the other thought is, how am I going to put it right? How did I get there? How am I going to put it right? Three things will help me put it right. Firstly, faith. Within manifestation, one thing that's absolutely necessary is faith. Faith in what? What do I have faith in? Faith in myself and the supreme power. Firstly, work on these two things: faith in yourself, faith that I am a child of God, faith that I cannot fail. You're entering the exam room with the thought, I cannot fail. There's no room for self doubt. So, faith is first. I also need courage. Anything lower than courage is hopelessness. Courage, once I maintain courage, courage means I can do it. Courage means I've got God on my side. Courage is I'm not alone. See, if there's this feeling of I'm alone, then I lose courage. I become helpless. And once I'm helpless, then hopelessness will happen. So, courage is necessary. I am not alone. I am victorious. I will achieve what it is that I want to achieve. It will happen. Not, oh, I don't know, I'm not sure. Do you really think I can do it? All of that is just, it's just annoying actually. The soul finds all of that stuff very annoying. But I can do it. It will happen. I have to be very careful with my words because words create a vibration, and that vibration is swimming in my body. And that vibration is in my thoughts and within the physical body also. So, faith and courage. And then the third, honesty. Complete honesty. Honesty with myself. Honesty, that means I'm not giving credit to myself. I'm not praising myself. Oh, I did it. That's not honesty because I didn't do it alone. A supreme power, that energy did it for me. Do I seriously, when there's hopelessness, do I really seriously have my own inner power to get me out of that situation? Can I take credit for it? I can't. That energy, God, help me. There's I don't know if you call it a prayer or a situation, a story, or whatever you call it, but it's called Footprints. And within this story, Footprints, at some point in that person's life, there's two sets of footprints. So he sees my set of footprints and Christ, the Lord, that set of footprints. So he sees those footprints. And then he sees at some points in his life, there's only one set of footprints. And then he notices that when there's only one set of footprints, those were the most hardest and difficult times of his life. So then he says to Christ, he says to the Lord, he says, how come when it was the most hardest and difficult, toughest time of my life, you're not there? There's only one set of footprints. And so Christ says to him, those are my footprints. During the toughest times of your life, I carried you. So that's why your footprints are not there. So this is what happens in our life. Think about it. Even within the Bible, the first chapter of the Bible, Genesis, what happens? manifestation. And God says, let there be light. And there was light. Means there was a thought, let there be light. There was light. That's how the world begins, with manifestation. And so, okay, I'm not God. But then there's another sentence within the Bible that God created man in his own image. What is God's image? God's image is light. God's image is energy, a power that radiates, that vibrates. I can take from that energy, that power. And so have the faith that you can manifest a better you. Now, why was God able to manifest light? He said, let there be. Within the Bible, it's day one, day two, days, 7 days, and the seventh day was the holy day. That's why Sunday was called a holy day. So, why was God able to do that? Because the thought was pure. It wasn't selfish. It wasn't for himself. It was for humanity. That's why it became a reality. Let there be light wasn't for himself. And so, what is it that I am manifesting? Is it for selfish purposes or is it for everyone? Is it for, then it will work. It shouldn't be that it's just, I want money or I want wealth. Then, because of that selfishness, it's very difficult to manifest that reality. Within um, within what we see with these physical eyes, like I said earlier, we see with the physical eyes and we see with the mind's eye. So, what am I seeing with these physical eyes? Throughout the day, we see so much diversity. We see so much culture. We see so many different races, different color, Westerners, Muslims, Hindus. We see so much color. We see so much personalities. We see so many different habits within people also. So now, what is the result of seeing with these physical eyes? We see so much variety. What is the result of seeing with these physical eyes? Two results. One is stubbornness. By stubbornness, I mean that we're trying to prove ourselves. Either we try to prove ourselves to be right, or we try to prove ourselves to be better. Like one community will try to prove themselves to be better than the other community. One way of thinking, we're better. So this is stubbornness, that we are better, we are cleverer, we are smarter, we are this, we are that. We are more good looking, we are more educated. We're trying to prove ourselves. There's a stubbornness when I see the world with these physical eyes. The other thing that happens is prejudice. Within prejudice, I mean that we favor one over the other. We think this one is better. So this is what's happening when we see with these physical eyes. Either there's a stubbornness or either there's prejudice. And prejudice means this race is better or that race is better, that color is better, they are not educated, this is not. So now, that's with the physical eyes. Now, when I see things with my mind's eye, when I see things with my mind's eye, I have to go beyond limitations. I have to go beyond attractions. I have to go beyond divisions. I need to go beyond religion, caste, color, creed. I'm just remembering a beautiful song that we used to sing at school during assembly. When I needed a neighbor, were you there? Were you there? So when we see things with our mind's eye, we go beyond many limitations. And what happens is when I go beyond so many limitations, color, creed, caste, religion, attraction, all of these things, then I can really experience my higher self. So earlier I mentioned a method to experience our higher self was that to have faith in I am whatever I say after I am. I am peace. I am love. I am success. I am victorious. I am power. Hmm? That's one way of visualizing the higher self. Another method to visualize my higher self is to go beyond so many things. Go beyond anything which is a limiting label. Go beyond all the labels. I am so and so. I am educated. I am rich. I am beautiful. I am a manager. These are all limitations. These labels will not allow me to experience my higher self. And until I don't experience my higher self, I cannot connect with the supreme power, the higher energy. So, within this whole process of manifesting, what am I using? I am using the power of awareness, the power of my thoughts. I am aware of who I am. Within manifestation, I have to remove the word difficult. Nothing is difficult. That word difficult creates self doubt. Think about it. Today, human beings have created the world. Whatever we see, it's created by human beings. And it will be human beings that have the power to change the world. We want to change the world. And we don't want this negativity, this self-doubt, this hopelessness that's there in the world today. Mental health has become such a big issue. We don't want it. But human beings have created it, and human beings have the, the responsibility to change it. So, in the world, there's different methods of manifesting. Some of you might have heard the 369 method or the 777 method. Okay, first thing in the morning, write your 3 affirmations, write your affirmation 3 times. Then in the day, write it 6 times. And then in the evening, write it 9 times. 369 method, or write it 7 times in the morning, 7 times. Now, this is very time consuming. And am I going to carry a book or whatever with me all day long to write down what it is that I want to manifest? No. Become subtle. Use the power of awareness, the power of thought to manifest what it is that you want to manifest. This is what engineers and scientists have done. Scientists have manifested what we see. And how have they manifested whatever they've created? Firstly, they have gone into a deep silence. They have created it here. And then they've experimented with it out there. and we are benefiting from all of that. So silence is a way, is the way to manifest it. Within that, within that silence, there cannot be the thought, it's too difficult. I can't do it. It's not possible. These thoughts will ruin, will upset, will actually, the dynamics behind manifestation won't work. Any thought of self-doubt will ruin everything for me. So that's why I said earlier, faith is necessary. Faith that it will happen. If not today, it will happen, but not necessarily it will happen immediately. If not today, tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then the day after, the week after, but it will happen. And so, what do I need? I need patience. I need patience. And now the question is, okay, so I don't have these thoughts. It won't work. It's not possible. It's too difficult. It's not right. I'm not having those thoughts. So what's happening then is I am motivated to do something. And not only am I motivated, but I'm creating a confidence within myself. It will happen, creates confidence. And if it doesn't happen, what about if it doesn't happen? Then, because there's that power of positivity, I'm saying it will happen. Maybe it doesn't happen. Because of the power of positivity, there is resilience. I am able to adapt to life's challenges. Manifestation isn't there to make us lazy, to avoid hard work. Like if I want to manifest, if I want my dream job, then I still have to send in my CV. I still have to improve my skills. I still have to work hard. It's not just going to happen with thoughts alone. I still have to do the actions which are necessary. My attitude influences the outcome. Whatever is my attitude, that will determine the outcome. How did I get to attitude? Awareness. The awareness created the attitude. The attitude then creates the outcome. So now I don't know if there's any questions or if we should, if there are anything you would like to share or say, then we've discussed a lot about what manifestation requires. Manifestation also requires optimism. My attitude needs to be one of optimism. It's not that, oh, the worst is going to happen. No. I'm setting a goal. When I'm manifesting something, I'm setting a goal. I have an aim that this is going to happen. This will be the result. I will be successful. So, optimism and my aim and success. These three things. Optimism, my aim, and success. These three are connected. If I'm optimistic, then I will reach my aim. I will be successful in whatever it is that I have set out to do. Success is not a question. Success, I don't have doubt in my success. I can actually play with success. What do I mean by playing with success? What I've done, what I used to do, or what I still do actually, when necessary, is supposing I had to go somewhere or to do something different, or I had a project that needed to be done, or something. I had to go somewhere and meet somebody or get something done, whatever. Then I would sit and meditate. And within that meditation, I would talk to success. No, I'm not being bad, but literally, I would talk to success. And I would say to success, because I've personified it, no? I've given success, I made it into a person. So I would say to success, please go to wherever before I go there. Reach that place before I reach there. I would send success there. Means it's there already. It's reached. So I am just going there now to to do whatever is necessary for namesake. Success has already reached there. I sent it there. I said go there to success. I am friends with success. I can ask it to do that much for me. Means I have a relationship with success. So I say to success, please reach there before me. Please, this should happen before. And because of the connection or the closeness, connection isn't a good word. Because of the closeness to the supreme power, I can easily talk to success. I can talk to success all day long. It will happen. It's not that it maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure. There's no time for that fluctuation. So these three things are connected. Optimism and my aim and success. You can't separate the three. So now I'm looking at the time and you've been listening patiently for an hour. So I wonder if there are any questions. And then if not, let's do a short meditation to finish off with. Within my manifestation, I have to commit myself to thinking positively in every situation. I need to commit to thinking positively in every situation, in every aspect of life, even though there might be negativity. There might be some setback, there might be failures, or there might be whatever it is. Supposing I fail a driving test, supposing I don't pass my exams, supposing my health isn't good. I have to commit myself to thinking positively in every aspect of my life. And when I start to think positively, what does this do? Continuous thinking positively creates self-esteem. And manifestation can't happen without self-esteem. Until I don't have that respect for I, the being, the power of my thoughts, I cannot manifest the reality that I want. Manifestation at the same time is not it's not magic. I think it's going to happen. No. It's not a magical cure. Like some people are going through mental health issues. Manifestation will help, but I need to be committed to thinking positive. And I need to also commit myself to a better lifestyle. Within lifestyle, so many aspects come in, not just my thoughts. My intake of food comes in. That also becomes a big issue. My sleeping and waking comes in. What I am watching and listening and reading also comes into that. Mm. I can't manifest something beautiful and be watching violence, etc. It doesn't gel, it doesn't match. Because whatever I'm seeing with these eyes leaves an imprint on the mind's eye. Mm. Whatever I'm watching with these physical eyes, that impression stays there. So I have to make sure my lifestyle gels. It it matches my whatever it is I'm trying to manifest. Mm. So it's like there's a harmony that's created. Okay. I want to finish there. And I don't know if there are any questions. Are there any questions? No question. Excellent. I think everybody's content. So now what are we going to manifest? We're going to do a meditation. What is it that I want to see as a reality in my life? I, the being of light. I, the being of light. I am the master of my thoughts. I am responsible for each and every thought. I am the creator of my thoughts. I can visualize my response in every situation. My response is peaceful. My response is accurate. I am not taking sorrow, but I am giving happiness. I, the soul, am beyond pain and suffering. I see my own inner beauty, and I see the beauty of others around me. I am full of peace. I am a reservoir of love. This is my reality. I can visualize with my mind's eye my reality. I visualize my higher self being drawn towards the supreme power. The higher self and the supreme power are so happy to see each other. The supreme power welcomes the higher self and fills the higher self with more power and pure and peaceful. Om Shanti.